Good morning. Welcome to St. Mary's. If you asked me 2 years ago what my dream life would look like, I would have responded with one simple word: alone. Why? Because I was convinced I didn't need anyone. People couldn't be trusted, so it would forever be me against the world. Growing up, I didn't go through the sacraments in the same way as my peers. I was baptized Greek Orthodox, so I never felt like I truly belonged in the Catholic Church. I also didn't have a very good relationship with my dad. My relationship with him led me to see God as unreliable, untrustworthy, and as someone who would take without giving anything in return. I was scared that if I put my faith in God, he would just let me down. I was convinced that I was unworthy, unloved, and an orphan in this lonely world. These insecurities began to translate into my earthly relationships. In high school, I was involved in countless toxic friendships. I was used and taken advantage of, and I accepted this treatment because I believed that I deserved it. Fast forward to my first year at Brock University, I was feeling this immense sense of loneliness. I was invited to take a CCO faith study by my good friend, and as I participated in this study, my assumptions about the Catholic Church vanished. I originally thought that Catholicism was for older people, or for perfect people, or for people who had their lives together, everything I wasn't. One day I met up with my friend on campus, and as we talked about the faith study, I realized that I believed God was real, that Jesus died for me and for my sins, but it wasn't personal. I didn't think that God loved me or that Jesus died for me. As I was encouraged to pray and to invite Jesus to be at the center of my life, I was rapidly searching for an excuse to do this another time. I was terrified, but I couldn't think of a reason why I shouldn't do it. At the same time, my eyes were drawn to a Pope Benedict XVI quote in the booklet she was sharing with me. It said, "Do not be afraid of Christ. He takes nothing away and gives you everything. Open wide the doors to Christ, and you will find true life." My whole life, I'd always heard that I was created for a relationship with God, but I constantly doubted it because it seemed too good to be true. Through this faith study, I realized I'd built walls up around my heart, and for a moment, I wondered what it would be like if I truly believed that God loved me and that he wanted a relationship with me. In that moment, it finally made sense. I realized that God had been pursuing my heart for my entire life. My sinful ways of partying and seeking purpose in vices that I knew would never provide me with the sense of belonging I was inherently craving created those walls between me and God. However, Jesus, out of pure, selfless, unconditional love, died for me. Knowing my imperfections, my failures, and my walls, I soon realized that Jesus was the only consistent thing in my life. And in this moment, I knew that I could no longer go on facing the world by myself. I knew I needed him. This was a personal invitation to a relationship with Jesus. Instantly, the pounding in my heart disappeared, a peace covered me, and the Holy Spirit gave me the courage to invite Jesus to be at the center of my life. After I made this decision, my everyday life was abundantly filled with joy, freedom, and the Lord's unconditional love. My invitation to Jesus was just the beginning. After inviting him to be at the center of my life, I felt the Holy Spirit inviting me to grow closer to him, and he made it clear that the next step was to officially become Catholic. Through reciting a profession of faith at Mass, I was formally welcomed home to the Catholic Church. I never thought it was possible to know a Father's love. But since then, God has revealed himself to me every single day by affirming in my heart both who he is and who I am, a beloved daughter of the perfect Father. The Lord has come to show me that he is good, he is trustworthy, and he is inviting you to experience this freedom as well. And in the words of Pope Benedict XVI, do not be afraid of Christ. He takes nothing away and gives you everything. Open wide the doors to Christ, and you will find true life.